Good evening, everyone. Recorded by Richter, back with a brand new music segment for you. This time I am returning with my favorite songs of the month segment, and this one is for August. I have a lot of songs on here, so let's get right into it. Like if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't, but let's go do this thing. So starting off, I have a song called The Middle by artist Na Bonsai. They've been on the Beats, Brews, and Points of View podcast with E-Man and I twice now, once as in their band Honey Monsoon and once as a solo artist. They are incredibly talented, and they sat down with us in Pittsburgh while we were there for Barrel and Flow Festival and did our 150th episode. It was awesome to have them as our special guest. Na has been working on this new album that's going to be out next week, actually, on September 12th, A City in Bloom, and their song The Middle is on this list for me this time. They're incredible, like all the people involved in this. Haruki, all the different musicians, the drums. I'm escaping, I don't know all the personnel offhand, but this song is super, super awesome, and Na has really gone above and beyond with the art direction, doing music videos and singles, and I'm really excited for them to have this project out to the world. Moving on, we have some hip-hop royalty. We got Charlie Tuna back with their legendary DJ Cut Chemist. If you're unfamiliar with Charlie Tuna, he is one of the members of Jurassic 5, who is one of the best live hip-hop acts you can ever see in your life. I've seen Jurassic 5 a couple times, and they are incredible. Actually, one time at Electric Forest, it was crazy. We were in the middle of watching Macy Gray perform with Galactic, which is this New Orleans jam fusion band, and Charlie Tuna was taking, he must have like an interest in photography. He was taking photos on the guardrail of people in the crowd, and he got some of my friends and I together and took our photo. So how crazy is it that Charlie Tuna from Jurassic 5 took a photo of me? They have a new song out called The Rock, which is super dope. It's great to hear Charlie rapping, and I'm just a huge fan, and legends. Anyways, moving on back to the local area again, and this is an artist that I've been talking about trying to get on the podcast for a while now. We're friendly on social media. We've talked, and we've actually met in person now a couple times too, and that's Danny Darling. She's from the Ann Arbor Ypsi area. She has a new EP out called Rome, and according to her, this is going to be her last music. She's leaving the music world to pursue other things. But this project actually came out in the very end of July, but I didn't know about it till August, so I snuck it into my August list, and that's where I got with it. But Danny is incredibly talented. She's got a great voice, incredible guitarist. She works with a lot of people that I'm friends with and a fan of, Taylor Greenshield being one of them, who is out of the Ypsi area, runs Fundamental Sound Co., and just brilliant musicians. Moving on, we have two of my favorite artists in hip-hop, Mick Jenkins and Smino. Mick Jenkins is just one of the most gifted MCs that we've had. He put out an album in 2015, it might have been a mixtape, The Waters, and I've been on him ever since. He's just one of the most gifted artists as far as sheer rapping ability goes, and he puts together some of the coolest songs. He's really influenced by jazz, and Smino is a southern guy, and he has got just incredible style that a lot of people try to bite off of, and I'm a big fan of both of these artists, and they came together to make this song 156 Sem that's just totally crazy. Moving on, we're into the R&B world now with India Shawn and Lucky Daye. I can't say enough good things about Lucky Daye. Lucky Daye just smokes most everything that he does, and there is no one better currently in R&B to do a duet with, and India Shawn just shows up and smokes this too. They sound so good together. If you're unfamiliar with India Shawn, she's from LA. She's an R&B artist. Lucky Daye is from New Orleans, actually. Man, I'm such a big fan of New Orleans artists. They have such an incredible scene. I mean, obviously, it's what they're famous for is music, but yeah, big fan of this song called Cotton Candy Boulevard. Just more of a classic, traditional sounding R&B duet that I just love. Moving on into a more R&B influenced, but it's a hip hop artist, and that would be Currency with Jazzy Shavers. Jazzy would be the singer that's featured on this, and Currency rapping over this kind of jazz-inspired R&B track. And I'm a big fan of what Currency does. He's just an incredible artist. He's one of the most prolific of all time too. Him, Styles P, Boldy James, those kind of guys just drop all the time. So I love it. Then we have Ego Death at a Bachelor Party by Hayley Williams from Paramore. She recently released a batch of Lucy's online. I think they might have been now packaged together as an album, but they came out of nowhere and they were just on her website, and then they put them onto the streaming services, and this one is awesome. It kind of is a bit satirical and pokes fun at the lame-ass bro country artist bars that have spots in Nashville. So I enjoyed that take as someone that's been there. Nothing against Nashville. Nashville's an awesome city, but there is some shitty country bars out there as well. It's just like anywhere else, you have to go through some of the crap to get to the good stuff. But anyhow, moving on, we have a West Coast artist mixed with a Detroit artist. Both of them have similar styles, so it makes sense that they'd be on a record together. This is kind of drumless in the production, and that's a song called Choosing Shoes by Jay Worthy, West Coast, Boldy James, Detroit. I talk about Boldy quite a bit on here, and I am just a giant fan of what he does. And same with Jay Worthy. Jay Worthy's like a West Coast version. There's like a marriage between the West Coast and especially the Bay Area and Detroit, and what the kind of hip hop that we produce. Moving on, we have a London rapper and a London singer that I have been really into lately. Man, I've been really exploring the London scene a lot. They have some of the best musicians out right now. I've just really taken a liking to a lot of these people from London that I've found through different areas, from watching Top Boy and listening to the songs that are on there, and doing the research on my Little Sims piece, because I did a whole piece on Little Sims that you can go check out, and finding out some music from people that she's featured with and stuff. But Jacob Banks, incredible singer, one of the most pure sounding vocals I've heard in a while. And Kofi Stone, I just really applaud him for making incredibly introspective, deep music. He really puts his all and thoughtfulness into the music that he makes, and I really like it. Moving on, we have Nunya by Buddy and Guapdad 4000, a couple West Coast rappers who also are. Buddy also has a great singing voice, but the cadence that they rap with and the flow pattern they use on this song, Nunya, is one of my favorites of the year hip hop wise. It's really cool, and I'm really happy that they collaborated together because it sounds great. Now we're moving on to a Canadian artist, a Canadian DJ who was actually just here. I didn't catch the show, but I've been wanting to see him for a while, and so I'm bummed that I still haven't. But that's Kaytranada. The song's Goodbye Bitch off his brand new album, Ain't No Damn Way, which is a really great dance album. It's really house heavy, and I've just been a fan of everything that Kaytranada's done so far. It's great. Moving on to more hip hop, we have the brand new album of JID out, God Does Like Ugly, and he has a song called Of Blue featuring Mariba. And this is a great, the beginning, it almost feels like it's more R&B influence, and then there's kind of like a tempo change up the middle, and they get right into it. And JID is just a really brilliant lyricist. He can rap with the best of them. He's got a song out with Eminem, and that's just an awesome artist. And I think he's one of the front runners, with Mick Jenkins of the class that's just a little bit younger, like 5 years behind Kendrick and them. There's always like 5 years in between each kind of faction of artists that we see. So a really big supporter of JID, Jid, whatever you want to call him. Some people call him one or the other. So, and then moving on, we have So Child and Kai Crusade, and this one is a really cool song. Soul Child I'm pretty new to, but she's a Jersey rapper, and she is a beast, man. I am really looking forward to spending more time with a lot of her music, because she can rap her ass off, and she does just that on this song that I had just mentioned here called Travel Size. And definitely go check her out. It is a really, really dope song. Moving on, we have two of Mississippi's own. That's Kirby and Big Crit. I am so happy that these two artists collaborated. I've been talking about both of them for a very long time. I've seen Big Crit live. I've never had the pleasure of seeing Kirby, but I hope I can. They put out a song called Miss Black America, where they kind of just talk about, you know, all the struggles of racism in the South and in the country at large. They redid this Obama family photo for the front, more Mississippi hood style. You know, Kirby's got the gold fronts on, and I love it. There's great symbolism in this cover art. There's great messaging in the song. Big fan of both of these artists. Now to another huge anticipated hip hop release that came out. That's Chance the Rapper. He put out a project called Starline, and this is a dramatic improvement from his last album. A big fan of it. I like almost the whole thing. There's like some songs up the middle, like 8 through 11, that I could have probably chopped out and it would have been a classic album. But this album is loaded with some gems. And there's a song going at mega churches and people that use God to hide behind all the crappy things they do and the shitty ways they live their lives. And that song is called Letters. And I think Chance did a brilliant job with this. This is one of my favorite, all-time favorite Chance songs. Big fan of this one a lot. Moving on to two of hip-hop's elder statesmen and two of the most classic legends. One, both underground in a sense. Primo is definitely more mainstream name, DJ Premier of the legendary Gang Starr and a million other things. And he got with Rock Marciano, who's kind of an underground legend, and they did this joint EP together, and it's just great rapping. I mean, like, if you're a fan of rap music, this is a project for you. Like, not just some bullshit, like melodic shit. Like, this is some real rap, and this song is called Armani Section. It's great. It's kind of showing off brag rap, but the skill set is just next level on this. And then moving on to a project that came out of left field. Well, not totally out of left field, because he's been dabbling with the jazz stuff, but it's so different than what Juicy J usually does. He's got this jazz album out called Caught Up in This Illusion that he did with Ndaya Owens. And I just found out that Ndaya Owens is a Detroiter. Did not even know that. This is one of the best projects of the year, in my opinion. I have been playing a ton of it. There's this song called Please Stop the Violence in Hip Hop with Black Thought on it. And I know that title sounds a little like propaganda-ist, but it's not at all. It is a really well thought out song. Awesome verse out of Black Thought. Awesome messaging and verse out of Juicy. And I just can't say enough good things about this jazz project they dropped. It is incredible. Staying in Detroit, we got God Bless Beats and our man Jalen Fraser, Jalen has made this list every single time. I probably don't have to say much about him because, you know, you can go back to several different videos for examples of this. I have a whole project on Jalen specifically on my channel that you can go watch. The song is called Fried Rice. At the top, but incredible. I sure like the view. Not much more needs to be said. Moving on, leaving hip hop for a second, and we're going to some West Coast singer-songwriter type of music. That's Mac DeMarco, who is just an odd duck, but just so much fun, and he makes great music. The album that he put out is called Guitar, which is getting back to his roots of, you know, writing music with guitar as the lead vehicle. And the song is called Punishment, and it's kind of dark lyrics, but that's kind of what he does. He plays with different, you know, satirical things, and I don't know. It's hard to put Mac DeMarco in a box, but he has kind of more softer, downplayed songs where it's like mostly him just singing over a guitar on this whole project, and I enjoy this one a lot. This is my favorite on the project, at least. Now, we are on to one of the best rappers ever of all time. That's Lupe Fiasco. He needs to be talked about way more as far as the greats of all time are concerned. It really bothers me that he's not, because there is very few people in this world that can rap better than Lupe Fiasco. The song is called High Note off of Samurai Deluxe. He dropped like 5 songs that are an extension of his last project, Samurai. It features singer Love More. And this song has beat switches, tempo changes, singing, rapping at the highest level. Can't say enough good things about Lupe. And we're gonna stay in the rap world with the next couple of tracks here. We got Ghostface Killah, Styles P from the Lox, and Conway the Machine from the Griselda crew. It's off of Supreme Clientele Part 2, this much anticipated project out of Ghostface Killah from Wu-Tang Clan. The song is called Curtis May. Yeah. And I love these three rapping together. Styles P is one of my all-time favorites. Conway of Griselda smokes everything. And then Ghostface, man, there's just no one that can do it like Ghostface. Supreme Clientele 2 is outstanding, outstanding. I love how many amazing projects we're getting from our legends and veterans in rap. It makes me so happy to see these guys outside comfortably rapping, and doing it on a much higher level than a lot of the young guys, if I'm being perfectly honest. The dudes in their 20s are getting out-rapped by dudes in their 30s, 40s, and 50s right now. Just sorry, it is what it is, but it's true. Now we are on to another highly anticipated project that just came out, and that is Still by Joey Badass. He has a song featuring Rhapsody and Ab-Soul, and they also announced a joint tour together, which is going to be outstanding. I can't wait till they come to Detroit. Like, that combination of people, amazing. I've seen Joey, I've seen Ab-Soul, but I've never seen Rhapsody, and I've wanted to see Rhapsody for a long time, so I can't wait till they get here. And then, we're almost done here. I got 3 more left. Now we are back in Detroit again, and we have Kevin Saunderson and Deontez, and they have a song called Detroit Homage Mix, and it is literally just an homage to Detroit electronic dance artists, techno artists, the people that started it. And it's a dance song, but there's some lyrics kind of like paying homage to all the different Detroit dance artists. So I thought that was cool and wanted to throw that on there. Kevin is one of the creators of techno music, so I wanted to make sure I put that on the list. Last 2, we have Shay Noor and Jay Skis. The song is called Moroccan Mint off of Shay's new project, No Validation. I don't need to speak much on Shay either, because she's been in a million of my videos as well. Buffalo rapper, hangs with the Griselda guys, amazing, talented, go-getter, super prolific, incredible music. And then finally, this last one is Blood Orange featuring the Darude Column, Tariq Al-Sabir, and Caroline Polachek, which is a crazy combination of artists to collaborate there. Blood Orange has been making some of my favorite music for over a decade now, and he did not disappoint with his new project, Essex Honey. The Darude Column is like a legendary post-punk band from the UK, and Caroline Polachek, I've seen her live before because I have a good buddy, Stevie T from Dukatron, who I've done a video on here too, who's a big fan of hers. And I was unfamiliar with her, but he had an extra ticket to her concert in Detroit and took me to it, and it was awesome. So I've been a fan of hers since. And I can't say enough good things about the up-tempo. Oh, Daniel Caesar's also on this song. Crazy. So many people on this song, it's nuts. But this whole Blood Orange project is awesome, and the up-tempo beat while there's all these awesome vocal harmonies going on is super beautiful. And that is my 25 songs for you for the month of August. If you haven't seen it yet, I have my favorite albums of 2025 video out. I have a piece on Little Sims out. I just did a Raekwon story time where I talk about the time I hung out with Raekwon from Wu-Tang Clan. And so you can go check out all of those things, and I'll get back to you next week with some new stuff. I have plenty more things in the works, so I will see you then. Peace.